What's going on, apes? Welcome back to the channel. Now, after today's drop, if you are concerned about the AMC mother of all short squeezes that I do still think is coming for AMC, this is definitely a video that you must watch until the very end because we're going to go over some very important points. And the biggest point and the focal point that I do want to make in this video is the fact that it is mathematically impossible for AMC stock to have dropped so much over the past 4 trading days if all apes are holding on to their positions, like you see in YouTube comment sections. You see this on Instagram, on Twitter, pretty much everywhere you look. Apes are either holding on to their positions or buying the dip, just like we did today in the buy and sell alerts community. If you guys want to be part of that, be notified in real time when a trade is made, check that out, link down below in the description. But that is ultimately not what is important here. We're going to go over everything you guys need to know, why AMC is dropping today, and it is very important for you guys to stay up to date with the most accurate information about AMC stock. But we are also going to go over the technical analysis, give you guys the key levels that I'm watching for going into the future, as well as touch on the ortex data and give you guys the overall grand scope of what is happening with AMC stock. So let's not waste any time getting into it. Hit that like button for me and consider subscribing to the channel and sticking around a while for more up-to-date AMC information. Now, before we get into it, quick disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial planner, or your dad, so do not listen to anything anybody says. Do not listen to this blindly. Any YouTube video, it doesn't matter who it is, always do your own due diligence and have conviction in your own trades. But with that being said, why did I buy the dip today, and why do I think it is a great time to either average down on your positions or start a new position in AMC stock? It is really simple, guys. We know there is about 100 million shares, believe it or not, that still have to be covered back. That is not including synthetic short positions or even failure to delivers or naked shorting that has been going on with the stock. But my reasoning behind this is your potential upside is massive from here, like we already do know. But every single time a new blockbuster movie has been released, F9, A Quiet Place Part 2, now we just had Black Widow, they are crushing box office estimates. And every time they do that, it makes AMC justifiably worth more. So by my calculations, if you were to plan to hold this for a couple of years, I think AMC right now could justifiably be valued at about $20 per share. So your potential downside investing at these prices is only about 35%. Your potential upside could be massive. So on a risk to reward basis, it is very, very simple here. That is why I am investing in AMC stock. That is the flat out simple truth. But yes, we do have the short squeeze that is still going to happen, and the fact that we are dropping so much is a huge opportunity for us as apes, as longer term investors. We don't really care when the squeeze happens, we know it will happen. But let's talk about the technical levels, guys. And we just broke under this critical support level at about $33 per share. This is really the first level we have a decent support level, and we did break under this. We are currently at $32.85, but we did bounce up over that and we came back down again in after hours trading, but we did hit that $32.55 low. So it's good that we have at least bounced about 30 to 40 cents since this low. So I do expect us to bounce back up over this and at least establish a solid support level at this range. But what is really going on with AMC stock? It really comes down to synthetic short positions as well as even naked shorting that is going on with the stock. And when I say naked shorting, this is not a long extended thing that these hedge funds and institutions are doing. Because of the T+2 settlement time, you are seeing naked shorting, I do believe, in my opinion, happening every single day. But they're getting in, they are getting out in the same day to not come up on this failure to deliver list, to not give us as retail investors a glimpse into the fraud and manipulation that they are doing with the stock. But I want to make this very clear with the synthetic short positions. Ever since we did see 2119, that new proposed rule change about actually letting synthetic short positions be recorded in the exchange reported short interest data and actually reporting this either daily or weekly, ever since we did see that, we have seen the share price going down every single day about 10 to even about 17% like we did see today. So this does lead me to believe that a lot of these hedge funds institutions are just flooding the market with the supply, with naked shorting, just overall short positions, as well as synthetic short positions, to ultimately drive down the share price of AMC and to discourage apes and get them into paper handing and selling out of their positions. But also something you guys should be made aware about that really leads me to believe there's a lot of shorting going on with AMC, and that ultimately this is great for the longer term short squeeze that I think is going to happen, is simply a saying called buy the rumor, sell the news. Now, with this last weekend, we've seen record numbers for AMC stock, in specific their attendance numbers, but for the overall theater industry, we are at a record for last week for the amount of ticket sales for the theater industry. So there's no reason we should have fallen. And on Friday, yes, we did see a down about 3.5% day. On Thursday, that is the last positive day we have seen. We went up just over 10% for that day. A lot of people do contribute that move to the FTDs that did have to be bought back, which does make a lot of sense. But the point here is a lot of people were very enthusiastic for this week, and we didn't see that rally into this. You just seen a sell-off after this positive news. So it wasn't a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. I really think this is a short ladder attack. You're seeing this bad information being spread by the financial media. I quite frankly think a lot of shorts in AMC are obviously paying financial media to write these bad articles and ultimately get you guys to sell out of your long AMC stock positions. So let's move on from that. Let's talk about the ortex data a little bit more, and then talk about how institutional investors are actually buying AMC stock from their 13F filings that we did get reported on today. Now, AMC's ortex data, keep in mind, take this with a grain of salt. They were just severely wrong on their estimate. So this could be higher, it could be lower. Take it how it is. I'm not trying to push this information onto you guys. I honestly think the short interest is well over 20%. Like I've indicated on these videos on this channel, I think it's really in between about 50 to 80% if you include synthetic short positions as well as naked short positions and the legal short positions. But for the day, indicating short interest is going up 0.58% for the day. Return shares of almost 3 million, borrowed shares 3.56 million. So that is a net gain to the total shares that are sold short, 582.29 thousand shares. Current short interest percentage of free float at 15.61%. Current shares that are sold short of 79.87 million. Keep in mind, if these numbers are correct, that is a huge if they are correct, 15.61% can and will still give you a huge short squeeze once the time is right. So keep that in mind. This is still a huge number if these numbers are correct, but especially after the sell-offs that we have been seeing, down 10% for the past 2 days, down 17% today, literally halving in value from the top that we did see. I think the short positions are much higher, especially over the last couple of trading days. Now, let's talk about the institutional investors that are buying AMC stock. We only seen one hedge fund or institutional investor that has actually sold out of AMC stock, according to their 13F filings that were reported on for today. And you guys can see July 14th, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 for today that actually bought into AMC as far as new positions. They did not own a position, and you see one that did sell out. As far as yesterday, when you did see a bit more of these 13F filings, you're seeing a lot of hedge funds institutions that are actually just keeping their long positions. They're not adding to these, they are not decreasing. In total, for the past week, you've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 firms that have reported they completely sold out of their AMC positions, but you are seeing about 20 to even 30 firms that have not done anything with their positions, and then you're seeing about 6 of these firms that have actually added new positions in AMC stock. So I think the overall consensus here is this is a great moment to buy the dip, and that is exactly what we are doing in the buy and sell alerts within that community, is buying the dip, and I am not concerned whatsoever. I think this is a great thing for a lot of people that wanted more AMC shares. This is your moment. This is your time to shine. if you are reluctant to buy them in the $50 to $60 range, you should be jumping on this opportunity, because nothing has changed for the overall technical basis and the fundamental basis for a short squeeze in AMC stock. Now, something else before I conclude this video that I do want to point out for you guys, if you are on the daily chart, you can see that the MACD is severely separated. So this is indicating a huge bearish pressure. So I do expect pretty soon here you're going to see that bounce. You're going to see this start to curl up and go into a bullish type movement, or at least not so bearish. But the biggest thing about the technicals that I do want to point out is really the RSI, and we are on the 4-hour candlestick chart now, and you have only seen this overbought twice, right? We're pretty much neutral, but we're staying in that overbought range. Now, you have only seen this go oversold 2 times since we have went on this bit of a short squeeze and gamma squeeze last time. Obviously, starting June 1st through June 3rd were our highest moments, but the last time we did actually go oversold, we were only oversold for a brief period, literally 2 days, July 7th and July 8th. That is when we went to about $40, bounced back up to $50, and for a brief moment we're only oversold. Now we are oversold yet again. So if we can follow the same pattern and same trajectory and actually see a bounce here and see the RSI go back neutral or even just out of oversold, would be a great thing. Then I think you're going to see that huge movement at least back to that $50 price point, and anything can happen with AMC stock. We are in the very beginning of this short squeeze. That is what I do think. I think hedge funds, institutions are going to dig their own graves. You're going to see a lot of bankruptcies. You're going to see a lot of people going down with the ship, and ultimately they don't care about us, so I don't care about them whatsoever. We are here to provide this information and to shed some light for apes that need to hear us about the fraud and manipulation that they are doing with AMC stock. Overall, not concerned whatsoever. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys are doing with your AMC positions. Are you buying the dip? Are you holding? Are you selling out? Nobody knows you in the comment section, so be very honest. That is all that I really do want you guys to do. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to, as well as check out the links down below in the description. There is a link for public, no deposit necessary, no need to link a bank account, get up to $70 in your choice free stock, and it takes about 3 minutes time, as well as if you guys are not signed up with Webull, deposit $100, get 4 free stocks, each of them potentially worth up to $2,400 a piece, as well as the buy and sell alerts. All of those linked down below in the description. That is going to do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.